Alrighty, we are rolling with the chill stream today, boys. We're back in action with the chill stream. Let me change the title of this real quick. I done goofed. I forgot to change the title of the live stream. That's my bad. Hold up. Let me change it. Mr. Bucs. Frick. That's the wrong thing as well. No. Live. Oh, hello, Ethan. You know, I was scared because I thought all you guys would be busy with like school stuff right now since we're like back into the thick of school. I just actually did some homework earlier, which was fun. It wasn't fun. It was a lot of math. I don't like math that much. That's definitely not my forte. There we go. Hold on. Let me see. There we go. Got my title. Perfect. Yeah, we're just hanging out right now, though. What's up, Antonio? Yeah, we're just gonna hang out. We're just gonna hang out. We got the backdrop over there. I was like this close to like using the backdrop, but I didn't think it was a good idea. The fantasy draft. When is the fantasy draft? That is a very good question. I don't know. Let me check real quick. Ethan. Homework is for nerds. Yeah, well, don't be mean about it, Ren. Got the new iPhone X. Looks great on here. Nice. Nice, Kavis. What was I trying to say? Oh, yeah, the fantasy draft. Let me check. That's a wonderful idea. If you guys have any questions, by the way, I've seen a lot of, we should sign, what's his name? Oh, my gosh, what is his name? George Iloka. I've seen a lot of we should draft George Iloka, or we should sign George Iloka. What are you guys' thoughts on that? Because so many people hate Chris Conti right now. I saw a hashtag cut Conti for like ever. I think it's hilarious. Eric Reed is an option. Any big name cuts yet? George Iloka. Adrian Peterson. He signed with the Redskins. That's actually kind of exciting. What's up, Nicholas? Patreon backer Nicholas. Never forget. I never forget. There's only two of you guys, so it's chill though. Yeah, no big name cuts right now. Or from the Bucs, thankfully, but from other teams, no. You think we are? You guys think we're gonna sign anybody? I honestly don't expect us to sign anybody. I think it's pretty much locked down. Yeah, see, Ethan, that's what I was saying. Signing George Iloka would be this year's equivalent to the TJ Ward signing. I completely agree with that. The new episode of The Current is out, James. I gotta watch that in a little bit then. No, we won't sign anyone. Who is our latest signing? I know there's a former second-round draft pick. It was a defensive tackle, too. Let me see. Because I even commented on it. I was like, here it is. Jarrell Worthy. What do you guys think about that? Jarrell Worthy. Watching Monday Night Football with the Bay. Enjoying Mondays. Is there Monday Night Football on? Who's playing? Who's on? Oh, the Ravens and Colts. Oh, that's kind of exciting, I guess. From Buffalo. Yeah. Huh. Yeah, what do you guys think about the Jarrell Worthy? I don't think it's anything of significance. I think it's just a depth move. Smash that like button. Lambert is safe with that signing. Yeah, hey, I've always wanted Devontae Lambert to be, I just want Devontae Lambert to make it. That's all I want. Conti isn't playing well in preseason games, won't get cut, but he could lose his starting job to Whitehead. Ren, that is a wonderful point. I talked about that. I just wrapped up filming a video with the backdrop and everything, and it'll be up tonight after this live stream. One of the things I talked about was how a lot of people have not been impressed with Chris Conti lately, and for good reason. He's had some not so good coverage, he's looked very meh, right? He's looked very meh. Which we need better than that, and especially with Whitehead emerging, it could be a situation where eventually, Whitehead cuts into Conti's time. It's just such a tough thing, because sometimes the coaching staff can get really stubborn with stuff like that. So I don't know. I don't expect Chris Conti to get cut either, but I don't know. It's a tough thing to call, because you never know. You never know with Mike Smith. Look what happened. We signed TJ Ward last year. Everybody thought he was going to be the starter, and then he became a rotational guy. So who knows? Who knows with what Mike Smith wants? Vita Vea should be running soon. I hope so. Hope so. I love me some Vita Vea. MJ Stewart looking like Brian Dawkins. I love MJ Stewart. He had 2 forced fumbles. The dude's a beast. And then he went out with an injury. Thankfully, it wasn't a serious injury. It wasn't too serious. You know, thankfully. Conti's not a starter. I don't agree. I mean, well, I do agree with that. I don't agree with him being a starter, is what I'm trying to say. He's not. I don't think he's a fringe starter, is what I call him. Somebody that you can plug in as a starter if you absolutely need to. But, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. When is Vita Vea coming back? Is he playing next preseason or the Jaguars game? I don't think so. I think he's not gonna be playing until week 1. That's just my guess. I have no idea. I have no knowledge to back that up. But if I had to guess, if it was me, I would assume that I would keep him out until week 1 just so he's fully healthy, you know? MJ should be the starting nickel. But Vernon Hargreaves is the starting nickel. Come on. Oh boy, I do love me some Mike Smith and his lineups sometimes. Yeah, obviously we're not going to keep all these wide receivers, in my opinion, lol. Yeah, hope we keep Justin Watson, Sergio Bailey. What's your opinion on our wide receiver depth? In the video that's going up tonight, I did mention it. What's up, Bangton, by the way? I got a mod in here. That's a wonderful thing, and hopefully Ethan's still in here as well. Vita won't play till week 1 or week 2. I don't understand why the Bengals didn't at least trade Iloka. I agree. Yeah, that's fair. Something is better than nothing. I agree with that. I question that sometimes a lot. But anyway, back to our wide receiver depth question, Austin. Which, good question, by the way. So, for our wide receiver depth, it's really tough, right? Because everybody was really hyped about Bobo Wilson, not just for the fan base, but for on the team as well. Jameis Winston, Dirk Cutter, you know, I've said this countless times. You know, a lot of people were hyped about Bobo Wilson, and he's looked good. And then he missed the second preseason game, and Bailey's looked good in both preseason games, and that's going to be the toughest one to call for roster predictions and whatnot. I obviously made a roster prediction video, and I guarantee you 75% of the backups that I picked to make this team is completely wrong. But it's definitely an interesting question now, isn't it? Because Sergio Bailey's looking pretty good, guys. I don't know. I definitely think it's down to Bailey and Wilson for that 6th wide receiver spot, because I think Watson's got it locked down. Watson looks really good. But I don't know. It's a tough call. It's definitely a tough call. I like all of our backup wide receivers. I think they're all wonderful. And, you know, I think if Wilson or Bailey doesn't make this team, I don't think they'll make it to our practice squad because they'll end up on another roster, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if they'll clear waivers, honestly. So it's a tough call. Is Ryan Griffin on the verge of taking the number 2 spot for our quarterback? Nah, probably not, unfortunately. I'm telling you, man, those coaches, they're stingy. They don't want to go with they don't want to take risks sometimes. It's whatever, you know. It is what it is. Why aren't we giving Godwin, Igwebuike. I'm just gonna say it muffled now, so nobody can never call me out for saying his last name wrong. More playing time. I think he's talented enough to be on an NFL roster. I don't know. Maybe they think that he's gonna be. I don't know. Have they been using him on special teams or anything? I have no idea. Everyone is a starting caliber. Everyone is a starting caliber wide receiver on any team. Oh my gosh, I like the sound of that. For our wide receivers, I hope so. Is Alex Kappa going to be? Is Alex Kappa going to start as a starter? He looked pretty good. Is he going to start as a starter? I don't think so. Again, I think they're going to, at least to start, they're going to favor with Beninock. That's my guess. You know, again, I would love it if all these things happened where we brought in a new safety. You know, we decided to keep like a Sean Wilson or a Dare Ogunbowale instead of a Charles Simpson, a Jaquiz Rogers, or we decided to just try and mix things up, right? But I don't know, man. Sometimes in the NFL, people just get stuck in their ways and they get kind of stubborn, which is fine. You know, stick with what you know. But it can get old sometimes. I totally understand that. So I don't know. Sergio Bailey will make the cut. Watch. I kind of hope he does. I've been getting more and more on the Sergio Bailey bandwagon. I've been leaving more and more the Bobo Wilson bandwagon. I mean, that's obviously something that just changes week to week for me. But, you know, this is a very good problem to have, to be honest. Oh, yeah, it's literally a great problem to be had. Did you see the pass catcher ranks in the preseason? Do we have the top pass catchers? I know we have like the second passing offense. I saw that for preseason so far. That was pretty good. Winston and Watson already got that connection. I hope so. I think they do. Do you believe Jameis is going to turn things around despite him playing against backups, or is it just smoke and mirrors? He looked really good, didn't he? He's looked really nice so far. I don't think it's too far-fetched to say that he's going to come out and look good. I don't think that's too crazy of a thing to say. I know we're going to miss him the first 3 weeks. He's looked pretty good, and Fitzpatrick, you know, he's looked good, but he hasn't been so good to the point where you aren't going to miss Jameis, you know. I think we're going to miss Jameis a lot. I hope we cut Sims or put him on the IR. Yeah, his injury isn't as bad. His injury isn't as bad. Beninock is looking great this preseason. I agree with that, Ethan. You use Mrbucsnation wallpaper? No, I'll show you guys. It's a backdrop. See? Hold on. Let me actually take the camera off 1 second. It's a backdrop. So, yeah, I'm not so, what is the word? Foolish to the point where I'd put my freaking logo as wallpaper. That would be so stupid. Seriously, if that ever happens, you guys all have the permission to unsubscribe. I would unsubscribe because, Jesus. Could you imagine if these walls were just Mrbucsnation? That'd be the dumbest looking thing ever. I'd look like a complete asshole, you know? The Bucs lead in that stat. Nice. It's like 354.6 is our team rating in that category. I'm okay with that. Is that Patriots lamp in the background? As always, that Patriots lamp was given to me as a gift from a friend many years ago. My family. So, I don't know what to do with it. It's a nice looking lamp, okay? It's a nice lamp. Look at it. So it's got that like Catholic Church glass look on it, okay? It's a nice looking lamp. Okay, I got it as a gift. Okay, it's a nice lamp. I trust Peyton Barber. Oh, dude, I've been so impressed with Peyton Barber. He's looked so good. Peyton Barber's looked awesome. He's definitely separated himself from everybody else for the starting running back gig. He looks really good. It's a nice lamp, okay? It's got the nice glass on it, okay? It's a Patriots lamp. I got it as a gift. Everybody calm down. Okay, behave. So, if this goes the way it goes, it'll be Evan, Jackson, Godwin, and Watson? I mean, I'd say Humphreys still. You can't count out Humphreys. Humphreys up there. What's up, Raw Springer? Of course. Thank you, man. I bought this. It was like $60, I think. It's an expensive polo. Do you think Ronald Jones will be better behind the first-team offensive line? I think so, but I also think he needs to start learning on doing what Peyton Barber's been doing. And what Peyton Barber's been doing is he knows where he's going to go, and he just goes. It's what he does. And Ronald Jones needs to subscribe to that theory, or to that strategy, because it works for Peyton Barber. And I think if Jones does that, he'll be a lot more productive as a running back, for sure. I know it's literally impossible, but it's just fun to think at that right playing he could have had an estimated 1,000-yard, 8-touchdown game. Oh, I know, Ethan. That would have been fun to see. Bangton, you calm down. What's the timetable on Carlton Davis' hip injury? I have no idea. But, oh, I don't have the Patreon. My bad. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. So, yeah, like I was saying, I assume for most of these injuries that these are minor dings and minor injuries and whatnot. These are guys that are going to be all playing week 1. They're just being held out for precautionary reasons. I guarantee you. I love that 40-yard run from Barber in the game we played. Dude, I love Barber. Barber's so fun. You guys, honestly, you guys were so right about Peyton Barber. I was like very meh about Peyton Barber. You know, last year, I was all about Doug Martin last year. Now I got it. Here's that Patreon link. Just what happens when you click on it? Does it take you? Yeah. Okay, it takes you. So yeah, there's the Patreon link for you, Tommy. Agreed. Jones is thinking way too much. He needs to let go and run. I think it's because he's a rookie too. He's a little bit hesitant, which is fine. You know, it's rookie stuff. But that's all good. What was I trying to see? How bad did Ryan Smith play? I don't remember Ryan Smith playing that bad. He certainly didn't play as bad as he did preseason week 1. Humphries is a little engine that could, I do believe, he will be surpassed by one of those guys. I think eventually. I like Humphries though. Who is the first Bucs fantasy player you take after Evans, of course? Ooh, that's a tough one because oh no. I don't know. Maybe Chris Godwin? No. Peyton Barber, I guess. I would say maybe you take a risk on Ronald Jones in the later rounds. But Evans is the safest bet. Maybe the defense. Maybe the defense. No, not the entire defense. Cameron Brate, that's a good one. The thing is, though, is that all those guys are like mid-round people, you know? I take fantasy football very seriously, by the way. For those of you who are in the fantasy football league, which, by the way, I need 4 more spots. So if you guys want, send me an email at Mrbucsnation@gmail.com if you're interested in playing fantasy football with me, because I need 4 more slots for both my leagues. But I take fantasy football really seriously. And I made the mistake last year of drafting a couple of Bucs, and it didn't go well, and I was super annoyed about it. But, you know, it's whatever. I had LaShawn McCoy and Ezekiel Elliott last year as my running backs, which was freaking nuts. It's sad what happened to Doug Martin. Are you concerned with the run defense or tackling? It's pretty bad. I am a little bit concerned about our run defense. It was way better in preseason week 2 than it was preseason week 1. But I think there's still some concern. Hi, bro, watching the game. Colts kicked a 57-yarder, 45 years old. Pretty dang good. Oh, did he? Oh my gosh. Adam Vinatieri? Dude, Adam Vinatieri's a beast. He's old enough to be most of our dads. And that's a wonderful thing. That's great. When I was born, Adam Vinatieri was 24 years old. That's nuts. That is nuts. All running backs not named Barber is struggling. Yeah, I agree with that. What about O.J. Howard? I like O.J. Howard. I think you could take him in the later rounds as a risk. Am I listening to music? No. Actually, I don't know why I have my earbuds in. I don't know. Force of habit. Force of habit. Jameis is going to pad the stats. Dude, Jameis is a good pick, too. Or he's a good waiver wire addition, for sure. What's up, Eric? Eric Castellanos. Castellanos? Canzaro, safe pick. Undrafted. Yeah, Canzaro might be a good waiver wire. I always rotate my kickers. Breaking news. Re-sign Roberto Aguayo to a 3-year, $10 million deal. Would never happen, ever. Did you peep that Thanos picture on the Fantasy League? That's how it's gonna become game time. Oh, no. Oh, my. Who else is rooting for Kappa to win the right guard spot? I'm rooting for him. I like the guy. I don't know if he's ready yet. Isn't Aguayo about to make the Chargers? Ooh, if Aguayo makes the Chargers, I'd honestly feel pretty happy for him. Bucs weapons aren't too valuable in fantasy. I'd say the most valuable guy is Mike Evans. You know, it's kind of like the Bucs suffer from like New England Patriots syndrome whenever it comes to fantasy football. It's because we spread the ball around a lot, so everybody's really hot and cold. So it's pretty suckish. Are you able to face chat on Facebook? Are you able to face chat on Facebook? Wait, are you able to face chat? Are you able face chat on YouTube with you? Technically not. It's weird. It takes a lot of work to It takes a lot of work. I rotate my kickers. Also, James. Yeah, why wouldn't you rotate your kickers? Go with the hot foot, man. That's how you do it. Dude, I sign kicker. I pretty much release unless it's a 100%. I know the kicker is going to do good. Like if I draft a pretty mediocre kicker, you know, if he has a bad week, then I might swap him out for a different kicker. You know, you can do that with defenses too. You got to rotate your kickers and defenses. Not super often. Defenses more than kickers. You got to play the hot defense. You know, you got to play your matchups, man. How do we have so many good defensive ends and defensive tackles but can't get sacks? I mean, we haven't been doing terrible, have we? Let me check. Can I get some preseason stats up in here? Let me see. This is, okay, 2018 preseason go. Okay. Who's been looking really good? Passing yards. Hey, Jameis Winston, number 4 in passing yards for the preseason so far. I'm just saying. Rushing yards, I don't really care. Receiving yards, everything's really spread out. I always pick kicker last in my fantasy draft. I do too. I do too. I think the new helmet rule could hurt Quan's contract. Sucks for him. Yeah, but hey, if we get him cheaper, I'm okay with that. Is the draft order for the league randomized or predetermined? Randomized. It is going to be randomized for both leagues. Go off on matchups. Yep. Oh, dude, seriously. Michael, do you want to play in fantasy football, by the way? Send me an email. I need 4 more people. I need 4 more people. I think top donator should get first pick. No, Ethan. No, no. That's such a terrible thing. I'll look into it, Tommy. I'll look into it after the stream. We should only be going. Real talk, is Teddy Bridgewater a good option? Again, I've always held this opinion. If you can get Teddy Bridgewater for a 6th or 7th round pick, why not? You know, why not? You know, it's whatever. Even if a 7th, because I know they're not gonna give up Teddy Bridgewater for a 6th or a 7th. They'll give him up for like a 2nd, probably. That's probably what would happen. You know, there are no unfair advantages in fantasy football. How much is the most donated to you? Ethan gave me like, who is even top donator? Fun fact, somebody donated. Hold on, I have to check my emails for that. It was. Hold on, let me see. Somebody donated $50 one day. Somebody donated $50 one day, and it was, oh my gosh, I sent him an email too. It was Jared Jackson. Jared Jackson donated $50, so that was pretty chill. Okay, James, serious question. I'm all ears, Nicholas. I'm all ears. How do you think Mike Smith adjusts his defensive play calling now that he has a D-line? I don't think he adjusts it that much, honestly. I think he finally has the guys that he has to run the defense exactly how he was trying to run it last year, so I don't see much change. You know. But again, back to the Teddy Bridgewater thing, I don't think he'd be that bad of an option. I think Winston and Fitz are great. I would say you would have Teddy as your backup, but again, we don't really need him right now. So it is what it is. If you Jets get anything for Bridgewater, kudos for Jets, any draft picks. Honestly, if I was the Jets, dude, I'd ask for like a 2nd rounder or something. James, where's Khalil Mack going? He's going to the Raiders, probably. You know, that usually when star players have contract disputes, they always end up re-signing. So, you know. See you, Bangton. Good luck studying, man. You'll do great on your test. Jared Jackson, not Jaron Jackson, not the rookie. Maybe it is the rookie. It's Jared Jackson. It's not. It's Mr. Yeah, it's Jared Jackson. I made sure to check. What do you think our defensive roster will look like by week 1? Who will be opposite Brent Grimes? I would say Vernon Hargreaves. And who will be opposite Justin Evans? I would say Chris Conti. Just because. For the Bucs, Bridgewater is not a good fit based on scheme. Jets should either keep him as a starter or trade him to the Jags or a team that runs a quick passing game. Yeah, you know, Jags and Teddy have been heating up a little bit. I could see them making a move and saying, like, Teddy might be the last piece for us making a Super Bowl run. We're going to make a Super Bowl run. That's what I think. I think Mike Smith should get fired right now. That'd be pretty funny. After the preseason game, how do you see James Winston doing this season based on that? Well, that was an encouraging thing, wasn't it? That was definitely encouraging. So I think he'll do good. I'm confident. It sucks that he's suspended. I'll say that. It makes me miss him about 10 times more than I already did, and I was missing him a lot. Now I'm really gonna miss him a lot. So it is what it is. It's unfortunate. Even with the upgrade on the D-line, rushing 4 won't get it done. I hope it gets it done, Garvey. I hope so. I really just want to see a good pass rush. Jets should just start Bridgewater. Yeah, they got Sam Darnold. You know, I think the big thing is that they should do exactly what they plan to do. The Jets should. Start either McCown. Poor Josh McCown, by the way. He has been forgotten. You know, start McCown or Bridgewater. Let Darnold sit. That's like the best thing you can do. Because right now, the Jets are in a really good quarterback situation. And they should do exactly what they had originally planned to do. Let Bridgewater play. Let Darnold sit. And just work from that. Because I think Bridgewater and Darnold, or even Darnold and Josh McCown, which one of those, I think it's either Darnold and McCown or Darnold and Bridgewater have similar play styles, yes? So, and they're both seem like wonderful, wonderful guys and really team players. So you could Darnold's in a great position right now. Just let the guys sit, let the rookies sit, and just chill. You know, that's what I would suggest. Bucs need to go deep on O-line and defensive backs next draft. Possibly, yeah. No way start Darnold. Why don't we sign a safety to replace Conti? Because Mike Smith's stubborn. That's all I can think of at this point. If the Jags get Teddy, that's a Super Bowl. Possibly. Leave Conti alone. Bucs should give Seahawks whatever they want for Earl Thomas. I said it many times. Jobs on the line. Glaziers are not patient. The Glaziers, hey, they did it a couple years ago with Darrelle Revis, so it's certainly something that could happen. I'm sorry, we'll leave Conti alone as soon as he makes a freaking tackle consistently. I'm going to be talking about it in the most recent video about players to look out for. That's the videos, players to look out for in preseason week 3. That video is coming out tonight. So, in that video, I talk about Chris Conti and a little bit Keith Tandy. I like Keith Tandy. Why don't we start Keith Tandy? Freaking love that guy. He's great. Yes, he got like absolutely juked out of his shoes in Monday Night Football versus Devontae Freeman. But hey, that would happen to most guys. If we have a good pass rush, Conti will flourish like he did a couple years ago when we had a great pass rush. I hope you're right, Tommy. I just want to see our team do good. I think we can all agree. At the end of the day, you know, we can nitpick and whatnot, but we all just want to win. That's just what I want. I'm just happy we're 2-0 in the preseason right now, if I'm being honest. I'm just happy we've looked really nice in 2 preseason games. I'll take that. You know, Conti's a meme. Oh, on this channel, Conti's a meme. I hope he never watches any of these videos because he would just hate us. He would just hate us. Eric Reed is still out there. Shocker. Didn't he file for collusion against the league? I think he did. When do you think Vernon will be back? He'll be ready for week 1 for sure. Only reason I think Tandy doesn't start is that he's a smaller guy, so he couldn't help in run support very much. But he's super talented. I definitely like him. James I. All right. Conti's a 3rd stringer. Any timetable for how long MJ and Carlton will be out? I assume that if they don't play this game, then they won't play until week 1 for this upcoming preseason game because they just want to make sure everybody's, you know, safe. Am I a fan of Pirates? Like actual Pirates or the Pittsburgh Pirates, the baseball team? I like Pirates. I think they're cool. Do you like the Cowboys, America's team? I don't hate the Cowboys, but I don't love the Cowboys. I don't like Dak Prescott that much. Only because he's killed me in fantasy football for the past, like, 2 years, and I hate it. I hate it. I hate Dak Prescott because there was a trade made in one of our fantasy football leagues where the guy who was playing me got Dak Prescott or something, and he played Dak Prescott against me, and it was one of those really good Dak Prescott games, and I was so mad because I could have won if it hadn't been for Dak Prescott. So I was furious, but whatever. When I go to the Browns game this year, I'm going to chant pass rush. Please do. We need more pass rush. Chances of Sean Wilson making the roster now that Sims is hurt. Well, from what I had seen, that was reported, which Greg Gauman, no longer of the Tampa Bay Times, he is now of The Athletic, I think is what it's called. I think his injury's not as bad. So, you know, Dare or Sean Wilson. Honestly, right now, guys, I'm going to say Dare Ogunbowale. Like, I like the guy. He's looked like a pretty powerful runner. He had that really nice 30-yard grab. It was cool. It was cool. I like him a lot. I thought Sean Wilson did good. Yeah, possibly. I don't know. I think these guys just need to play a little bit more so we can get definitive, you know, for sure. Do you hate Antonio Brown or Odell Beckham Jr.? I think they're funny. I think they're really funny guys. They're very characteristic. It reminds me, not as good, of course, but it reminds me of kind of like New Age Terrell and New Age Ocho Cinco. Not playing wise, but character wise, because they're just so out there sometimes, you know. I think that's pretty enjoyable, especially OBJ, especially him. Barber, Jones, Dare, and Wilson for our running backs. I don't know. That's a tough one. I don't know. Practice in black jerseys today. Doesn't that mean non-contact? That's chill. Name one player from the past that was on our team that you'd love to have back for one more season. I'd take Blunt and Rojo, solid. If I could have one more player back, like in the past few years, Aqib Talib, maybe. I really like Aqib Talib, so he's chill. Is Darius Taylor doing enough to solidify the starting strong? Is the starting strong backer spot away from Beckwith? Oh, is he doing enough to take that job away from Beckwith? I don't know, because we haven't seen Beckwith play. I'm sure if Beckwith was playing, he'd be doing really good. I like what Darius Taylor's been doing, but I really like Beckwith too. Yeah, Greg Auman. He left the Tampa Bay Times. That was really interesting to see. Yeah, non-contact for sure. Everyone should be ready for week 1. Yeah, everybody should be ready for week 1, hands down. Which is nice. I want everybody to be ready for week 1. It's not too bad of injury. It's just dinged up. You know how it is. Who's injured right now? Too many people to name. Technically injured. Too many people. Do you think Quiz is a lock for the roster? Probably. I don't think he really brings anything special. What do you like about him? I don't like much about Quiz Rogers. I kind of like how he's a pretty balanced guy, which is enjoyable to see, but I just think he's going to make it because Dirk Cutter and company like him so much. Now, Sims is a different story. Sims is a completely different story. For sure. How is the buzz around the Tampa area this year with regards to the Bucs? Do you see attendance improving this year? That's a tough one. I don't know if I see attendance in games improving that much, but the attendance I saw at the training camps was impressive. Way more people than I had expected to be there. Non-season ticket holders as well, which I'll be going to the final public preseason game, or the final public training camp, sorry. The attendance at the training camps has been nice, is what I was trying to say. So, possibly, I don't know. Beckwith is a beast when healthy. I agree with that. Djax is a mature leader this year. Yeah, I like Djax a lot this year. Every time I put flack on a player, they just prove me wrong, and I think it's good. It's good. I mean, you know, Tampa Bay. There you go. There you go, Tommy. Got you covered with the chant. Defense is an issue, even with the increased defensive line. When are the Bucs eligible for uniform change? I think after this season, which, dude, I want to go back to the creamsicles, by the way. Can we just go back to the creamsicles? Yeah, Rodgers is a pretty balanced back. I think he'll be fine. When the Bucs win games in September, people will show up. That I agree with. The Bucs got to win. They got to win. But, yeah, guys, I think I'm going to end this video, or this live stream here, I guess I should say. Hope you all enjoyed, because I actually got to get some sleep. I got work tomorrow. So thank you guys so much for watching. I know this is, like, incredibly short notice. Didn't even give any notice, but right after this live stream, there's going to be a video going up. I'm going to finish editing it and putting it up. It should be up by 10:30 at least, or 10:30 at most, probably. So, yeah, definitely go check that out. And I will see you guys in the next live stream or video. So if you go watch that video, comment on it, we can continue talking about Bucs football. But yeah, I'll see you in the next video or live stream. But until then, and as always, goodbye for now, and go Bucs.